For football with the Seattle Seahawks. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And, Charles, for this defense, they're a confident bunch. Some may say maybe too confident at times. How do you think that they approach a game like this when they're taking on a team that's lost 4 straight?
Well, if they're anything like their head coach, they're relying on that confidence. You and I both were sort of surprised at his weekly press conference when he was asked about this being a trap game. And he's almost boasting that he didn't see anything to worry about. That surprised both of us in a big way because we know that could be a dangerous tactic because I can guarantee you the guys on the other side, they heard that, and they're looking for anything to galvanize them.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
Hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he stopped immediately there. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. And remember, these two teams met in Glendale earlier in the season with the Cards coming out on top. So a win here in Arizona would give them the season sweep. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score. It's a quick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. The extra point by Nagar is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check 26, check 26.
This is Carson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Cards, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is recovered by the Cardinals. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Following the fumble recovery, Franks escaping the pressure right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They go play action with Franks. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And down inside the 15 he goes.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Right side caught by Jackson. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Etienne. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Off the option, here's Etienne. And this time he is in. Travis Etienne, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Second and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Steps up, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Isaiah Simmons showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Throwing is Wilson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Here's Franks. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visiting Cardinals who came away with the victory. So now they've got a chance here to sweep the season series if they can get the victory in Glendale. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. On 1st down, here's Franks. And he's got Booker. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. He's got his man. It's clear the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he coughed it up, and the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. Fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them. And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game. Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to the turnover differential. Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it. As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield. On 2nd and 10, Wilson being chased out left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. Always got some breathing room. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. Fumble recovery. Touchdown for Arizona. The guard now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant. You've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope. Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
Watch the twist.
Here's Wilson. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain. Coming up up at halftime. I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? It's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass.
Brings up 2nd down.
Mike 18. Get your swerve on.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Kill. 14.
They run it with Carson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Watch 18.
On 1st down, Carson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And he quickly clocks it, and they're going to have a good shot at getting 3 here before the break. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Carlson is good. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the 2nd half gets started. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
On second down, a run with Etienne. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Mike 19, Mike 19. Push him back. Push him back.
On first down, right back to Etienne. And he's got some space here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 46 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Franks now. Over the middle, complete. It's Jackson. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. On the handoff, it's Hurst. Now the ball comes loose. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
They'll try the left side with Etienne. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. They'll try to run with Etienne. And he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. McGar's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Now Etienne to start the drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll run with Etienne. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. 82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Let's get it. Mike 19, Mike 19.
A handoff for Etienne. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
19, Mike 19. Exit, exit.
On third down, here's Etienne. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new